Good evening. The National Transportation Safety Board is meeting at this hour in Madison, and officials are expected to release new details about Thursday's fatal AMTRAK derailment in Fall River. Today, crews at the scene worked to pull the wrecked train out of the ditch. Frederica Runge has the story.
Starting early this morning, teams of workers hitched their heavy-duty equipment to the AMTRAK engines and began the task of righting them. Teams of spectators crowded the Fall River tracks to watch as the number 2 engine was winched and craned and maneuvered back onto the rail. About 4 hours after the work began, the 140-ton engine limped toward the line of other damaged cars. Eventually, they'll all be pulled west to Portage. Some of the cars will be salvaged only for scrap metal. The million-dollar engines will be refurbished. As investigators try to determine if there was a communications breakdown that led to the derailment, radio dispatches still coming from within the mangled engines relayed an eerie message to clear the tracks.
That time I'll plug you into Fall River.
Several trains from both directions were held up while work on the rails went on, but as they were allowed through, those on board got a look at the wreckage idled trackside at Fall River. The tracks were closed again while workers hefted the lead engine back on track. DNR officials spent their day near the creek. Diesel fuel continued to spill from the engine, and officials monitored that and mopped it up. A couple of Fall River EMTs stood by, watching others do the cleanup work. It's over now for the medics, but they'll never forget getting that call.
The first thing I did was said to the man upstairs, "Help me."
There was a tragic loss of life and costly damage when Thursday's number 8 went off the tracks. The derailment focused national attention on Fall River, but perhaps by the grace of God, none of the passengers was critically injured.
It could have been so much worse.
Frederica Runge, News Scene 15, Fall River.
The Soo Line brakeman on Thursday's AMTRAK remains in critical condition tonight at UW Hospital in Madison. Memorial services are planned for the fireman, Walter Day of Waupun.